Today's book is a non-fiction book about one of my favorite animals, a polar bear, and how she survives in a harsh and icy climate. Let's listen to the story. Ice Bear, In the Steps of the Polar Bear, written by Nicola Davies and illustrated by Gary Blythe. Our people, the Inuit, call it Nanak. White bear, ice bear, sea bear, others say. It's a bear, all right, but not like any other. It's a polar bear made for our frozen world. Polar bears have longer necks and legs than their closest relatives, brown or grizzly bears. No frost can steal polar bear's heat. It has a double coat, one of fat, 4 fingers deep, and one of fur, which has an extra trick for beating cold. Its hairs aren't really white, but hollow, filled with air to stop the warmth escaping. And underneath, the skin is black to soak up heat. Only a polar bear's nose and the pads on the end of its toes are without fur. Its ears sit close to its head, neatly out of cutting winds, and its feet are furred for warmth and grip. So polar bear stays warm no matter what. It will sleep away a blizzard in a drift and wash in snow. Tiny ice crystals rub the dirt from the polar bear's fur. Polar bears are careful to keep clean so that they stay camouflaged against the snow and ice. Polar bears stay warm in temperatures of minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit and lower. Polar bear is a great hunter. It outweighs 2 lions and makes a tiger look too small. A single paw would fill this page and shred the paper with its claws. Polar bears are the biggest hunters on land. Male bears can be 10 feet long and weigh as much as 10 men. It can run as fast as a snowmobile or walk and walk for days on end. It can swim 100 miles without a rest to cross the sea between the ice floes, then shake the water from its fur and walk again. Nothing stops polar bear. Polar bear's fat keeps them warm in the cold sea. Webbed feet help them to swim, and water-shedding fur helps them dry off quickly. Seals are its prey. It hunts them far out on the frozen sea, waiting at a breathing hole or stalking them as they sleep. Polar bears can catch seals only on the sea ice, so hunting is best in winter and early spring. Polar bear is a white shape in a white world, invisible until it's too late. A lightning paw strike, a crushing bite, and the seal is gone. But polar bear is gentle too. Mother polar bear, in her winter snow den, tends her newborn cubs. She lifts their tiny bodies in her great paws and suckles them. Newborn polar bears are tiny. They weigh just over 1 pound, about the same as a guinea pig. In spring, she'll take them hunting, and for 2 years she'll protect and feed them, until they've learned, like her, to hunt alone. Polar bear moms usually have 2 cubs at a time, but sometimes they have only 1 or, very rarely, triplets. Alone, through summers when the sun tracks up and down the sky and one day passes to another with no night between. In the Arctic, it's light all the time in summer and dark all the time in winter. Alone, through winters when the sun never rises and the stars of the Great Bear sparkle in the darkness. When the sea ice melts in summer, polar bears can't catch seals. They'll eat almost anything instead: fish, dead birds, berries, and even grass. alone until the paths of two lone hunters cross. They'll wave their heads in greeting, clasp jaws so tenderly they wouldn't break an egg. Cautiously, they'll try each other's strength, then play. Real fighting is very dangerous for polar bears, so males play fight to find out who's the strongest without either bear getting hurt. Giants flowing in the whiteness, tumbling beautiful as snowflakes, until they part and slowly go their separate ways. We Inuit, we watch Nanook, as we first watched when the earth seemed new and polar bear showed us how to love the Arctic, how to hide from blizzards in a house of snow, how to hunt for seals with patience and with speed, how to live in starlit day and sunlit night. Many polar bears and Inuit have passed since then, and still we share our world with gratitude and pride. Some scientists think that when humans came to the Arctic around 40,000 years ago, they learned how to survive by watching polar bears. The end.